Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Brothers on Beers. As you can see, I'm by myself again. It's the second episode, and my brother Ben is a little bit too busy right now to join me at this time, but I promise he will be around sooner or later, and so we can really live up to our name, Brothers on Beer. But until then, it's just me. Today, I want to try out the old Belgian Session beer from Sam Adams. I'm sure everybody's familiar with the company. Out of Boston, very big up here in New England. They put out some great beers year-round, and this one comes from their summer seasonal pack. And in Maine here, it's August, late August. In fact, I think it's the last day of August. Yeah, August 31st. So it's warm out, still in the 80s, but I thought that I'd better get rid of this summer seasonal before it starts getting cold, and the fall beers are really where it's at. So on this last day of August, before I pop open the bottle, Sam Adams is really good about a couple things. One, they tell you, most bottles, not all, when the beer is best by, and I have until December of 2012 to drink this. It's not going to last that long. I'm going to pop that open right now. And I will read the little description they have for their Belgian Session. It says, a crisp, refreshing version of the traditional Belgian beer. Fruity, slightly spicy flavors from the Belgian yeasts are balanced by toffee and caramel notes from our blend of malts. The hops provide a citrus character that rounds out this enjoyable brew. So based on the label, I'm thinking something fruity, something slightly spicy, maybe some toffee and caramel. So I'm excited to get this beer open. It's summer. It feels like summer still. So if this is a sessionable beer, I'm thinking a little smoke from the bottle. I'm thinking it's going to be light. It's going to be refreshing. This beer comes in at only 4.25 ABV. So one would think that you could session this beer. Oddly enough, though, I don't believe, at least not here in Maine, that you can buy this in anything else but those 12 packs, the variety packs, and you get 2 bottles of this Belgian Session. So it's really hard to session it with the same thing, but at 4.25, you definitely could drink those 2 Belgians that you get in the pack, back to back. So let's get this out of the bottle and see what's going on with it. And it is going to fit into the Sam Adams pint glass. I happen to have the Sam Adams pint glass, so I figured why not use it. Although the suggested glassware is a snifter, the tulip, or the oversized wine glass. But since this had a tulip quality to it, and it's Sam Adams, I figure they won't mind if I drink it out of their own pint glass. Lots of carbonation, not much of a head, maybe a half a finger, white to slightly off-white. Good looking beer in the glass. You can definitely tell that this is not one of those macro lagers. It's got some color to it. Not amber, not quite straw, somewhere in the middle. Good golden color. Give it a sniff. Definitely spicy. Get the Belgian yeast. You can definitely smell that coming through. I wasn't expecting. I mean, I know it said spicy out there, but this smells like a beer you might drink in the fall. I'm expecting some pumpkin, but maybe a little clove. Hints of, yeah, definitely the fruit. But not, with this being a Belgian ale, and I had to do a little research on what exactly a Belgian ale is, Belgian Pale Ale. I automatically thought Indian Pale Ale, American Pale Ale. And when they said fruity, I was thinking the grapefruit that you might, this is definitely banana though, that you might associate with a good Indian Pale Ale. But I'm getting some banana and some clove off the smell. And then that definitely, that yeast. All right, enough smelling, enough looking. Let's taste it. Cheers. All right, so definitely not as a Belgian Pale Ale. It's supposed to be less bitter than the Indian Pale Ale, so you're not getting that big hot punch that you might get with a traditional IPA. This one comes in at 16 IBUs, so way down from the 30s or the 60s or the 120s you might get with an IPA. This is interesting. Also, the spices are making me think of sweaters and bonfires in the fall, but very smooth. And the spices really come through in the middle. Finished off, there's definitely not a dry finish. Definitely something you could drink many of. But maybe in the fall, I'm thinking. Easy drinking beer for sure. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm thinking, as this beer warms up though, I'm thinking those spices may get too overpowering. I'm not sure. They're really quite strong in the middle. See, when I think of sessionable beer, I'm thinking the macro lagers, a Bud, a Miller, Coors. So this has definitely a little bit more punch than I'm used to in a session beer. And maybe we all have different ideas of a session beer. I'm thinking, 6, 7, 8. And I'm afraid that although the banana is nice, I'm afraid that the spices are just going to be too overpowering for me to drink a few of these. I don't know what they were thinking at Sam Adams. 2, 3 might be pushing it. I'd say drink this thing cold, but it's not bad. It's not offensive. There's nothing here. I think most people, especially if you're used to the macro lagers and you're trying to get into craft beers, this might be a great one because there's definitely much more going on than that one note watery taste of a Miller or a Bud. So, and it looks really good in the glass. Take one final sip before I give the final rating. It's good. Sessionable, yes. Drink it cold. Beer Advocate has this at 80. Really hard to argue with that 80. I think I'm going to have to give it the same. Give it an 80. If you get a chance to pick this up in your area, I would. It only comes in 2 in that 12-pack, and I'm thinking 2 is probably enough. I don't ever conceive of buying a 6-pack of this and drinking them, back to back. Excuse me. Lots of carbonation in there. You can still see it coming up in there. But thank you. I hope you enjoyed this latest beer review. It's only my second one, so hopefully I didn't mess up too badly. But if I did mess up, tell me in the comments. Subscribe if you like it. I'm going to try to be putting out way more of these as the summer comes to an end, and I got like a 12-pack to drink. So this will not be the last Sam Adams you see. Thank you very much.